that what he said?
No, he said he doesn't pick out his own clothes. That's just, he said I have no control over it. Listen, okay, I don't pick out my own clothes either. But if all of a sudden there was something, I was wearing something that said something ridiculous or would cause controversy, you know what? I would say, I'm going to audible. We all have kids. Like my 5-year-old picks out her own clothes. Like, what is he talking about? I don't understand this comment by Anthony Davis. He is saying someone else picks out my clothes and I have no control. What are they? They don't set them next to the closet?
Yeah,
where the other clothes are?
Anthony Davis is just like Nick Wright.
Nick, you've never pulled
Someone sits out your clothes and you have no control.
Every day.
What is that lapel pin right there?
Yeah, what's
that key to?
It's a key.
What's the key to?
My heart.
Oh, boy. All right.
Really?
No,
that's the first time you ever said that.
Yeah, you're better not knowing.
I knew you were about to ask me. I was just wheels were turning. My wife's my stylist.
Absolutely.
Listen, man. Listen here.
That's why you got
Anthony Davis. Here, hey, Anthony Davis.
Toucan Sam jumping out your pocket.
Yeah, I do. Bird.
Because Freebird.
Exactly. That's 100% correct. That's why the bird's right there. But that's, hey, Anthony Davis, free advice.
But
run this back and say, hey, I don't know if you know this Space Jam's coming out. You guys, I didn't think everyone was going to make such a big deal out of it. It was my way of telling everyone I'm going to be in the movie. Me and Bugs. That's all, folks. How about that?
How long
did they tell you not to ever try to be funny?
What? That was funny. And I can't believe
did somebody write that for you?
No, I stuck the landing.
You did. Masters starts today in Augusta. Tiger tees off at 11:04. Tiger in search of his 15th major and his first Masters victory since 2005. You know, Vegas has Tiger at 16-1 odds to win this. See, what do you expect from Tiger in Augusta?
I expect Tiger to compete, but this is the key, Jenna. People talking about, oh man, Saturday is moving day. Listen, it's Tiger Woods, that first tee today, and those first 9 holes. 36 is the number. If Tiger can shoot a number like 34, 2 under on those first 9, he's always very nervous when he starts a huge event like this. Watch that first hole. People to the left of the fairway, watch yourself. Get yourself a hard hat because he's going to hit it over there. So I'm watching those first 9 holes. Nick, you have a couple other aspects as far as the game you want to be watching.
Yeah, listen, the par 5s are obviously the key. They've been the key for him in every Masters he's ever played in.
Yes.
He's over par on par 3s. He's over par on par 4s. And I think he's minus 169 on par 5s. Optimism for Tiger Woods. Last 2 majors, top 5 finishes.
Yes.
Damn near won the PGA. Was in position to win the major before until he took a really goofy flop shot, I think on 13, when he had the lead on Sunday. So don't do what he did the major prior, where what did he triple bogey the first hole of the tournament, double bogey the first hole of the Open, and it was bad from there. So stay in contention through the first 9, like you said, dominate the par 5s, and then let's see what you can do Friday and Saturday.
All right, let's move on to the NBA now. Dwayne Wade played in the final game of his career last night in Brooklyn. Triple-double in front of LeBron, CP3, Melo, and our own Chris Carter. See, what was it like at the game last night?
It was exciting. It was very exciting for Dwayne Wade. The extra excitement with his buddies, that being Melo, Chris Paul, and LeBron, all showing up. Them in conjunction with the Brooklyn Nets playing a tribute video to Dwayne Wade before the game. Man, it was a big night. It was a big night. I was a season ticket holder for the Heat for a long time, so I've gotten close to seeing Dwayne Wade and that group, him and LeBron play together. So they do it the right way in the NBA as far as these legends leaving the game also.
Super cool night. Well done in Brooklyn. Happy Wade got a triple-double. And by the way, I know I mocked the comparison, but another similarity between Wade and Paul Pierce, their final game. Wade gets a triple-double. Paul Pierce had a triple-0. 0-0-0, 2 minutes of play. I don't think he got a tribute video in his last game.
The last segment, you were funny.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't funny. That was mean.
That was spiteful. It was mean. Sorry. It was just the truth.
Finally, the Celtics.
Now the Celtics again.
Gearing up for game 1 of their first-round matchup with the Pacers on Sunday. After a pretty inconsistent regular season, Celtics ended up as the 4th seed in the East with a tough battle ahead, and they'll have to do it without Marcus Smart. The fiery guard will miss the first 2 rounds with an oblique injury. Yesterday, Kyrie Irving tried to put this past season in a little perspective.
A lot of just up and downs that just could have been handled better from a professional standpoint, personal. Yeah, I'm talking about me personally. I'm not talking about our team. You know, and it's just I had a lot questions, a lot of just things that weren't being answered straight up about what it takes to be a great professional in this league. And I think that the frame of that is just outdated, in terms of what you have to be every single day. It's not that hard, you know what I mean? Like the media and all the stuff that comes with it. I think that it's an exciting part of that you got to be aware of. But the real part is just, literally what I used to wake up every single morning to do. Is to put a ball in the hoop and be really great at it.
All right, let's talk about the Celtics and the direction they're going in, because it's hard to figure out which Celtics team this is that's been such an inconsistent regular season. What are expectations for them now that the players are starting?
I expect a version that I saw during the regular season, but I expect that version to be, because Kyrie Irving had a very good regular season. Now, as a team, the team was better when he wasn't on the court. How do they adjust to Marcus Smart being out? They got a lineup change. I believe it helps them play at a faster pace. They're going to be longer. Now, from a defensive standpoint, Kyrie Irving's going to have to play better defense, because without Marcus Smart out there, with him typically taking the toughest assignment in the backcourt, now the Pacers don't present a number of problems. With Victor Oladipo being out in the playoffs, they don't present that problem in the backcourt. But I expect Kyrie to try to be LeBron-ish, special. Take over like he had some times this year, now not in sync with his teammates, but man, he took over quarters, took over games and everything. Now you're in the playoffs, and there's a lot more pressure on Kyrie than the other Celtics, because his future is up in the air. So I expect immediately from game number one, he comes out there on a mission, and I expect him to also, from an offensive standpoint, to be far more aggressive in this tighter rotation that I believe is going to help them, because Jaylen Brown's going to get more minutes. Tatum should get more minutes. And
Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward, he should get more minutes in a way that how they utilize him becomes very important. But I expect Kyrie to be special, even at the Celtics. If they follow up a lackluster season with a lackluster postseason, I believe Kyrie's going to remove his name from it, because he's going to personally be on a mission to individually make sure that his stats look good.
And listen, this is what they were missing last year, we were told. They just didn't have the star. They didn't have the closer. They didn't have the guy you could trust in road playoff games. Remember last year, this Celtics team won one road playoff game the whole run. It was an overtime win in Philly that it so much looked like that Philly had won that the guy set off the confetti cannon during at the end of regulation. I put up or shut up time now for Boston. Kyrie has said, man, just can't wait to get to the playoffs. The team has enormous expectations built into this season and built into what this season will allow them to do in the future. You do well in these playoffs. You convince Kyrie to stay. You use 3 of those potential 4 first-round picks you're going to have, plus Jason Tatum, to acquire Anthony Davis, and you go into next season as the big favorites in the Eastern Conference. Or this playoffs go the way this regular season has gone. You lose games you shouldn't lose. Guys are unhappy. You're all of a sudden in a game 7 with the Pacers, while Milwaukee's been off for a week after sweeping the Pistons, and Giannis goes and annihilates you in round 2 if you get there. In which case, Kyrie Irving's last day with the Boston Celtics will be sometime in late April, or the best case scenario, very early May. And that will make this a disastrous season. And there's no way around this. This is not last year where you had legit, not injury excuse, injury explanation. Those weren't excuses for the Celtics. They got injured. That wasn't on them. But this year, Marcus Smart is an important player for you, and he's the guy that guards Bojan Bogdanovic, and I get that. But if you were the team you said you were, a Marcus Smart first-round injury cannot derail that. And that cannot be used as an excuse. And for Kyrie has been amazing in the playoffs with LeBron. This is going to be his first playoff game without LeBron. It's going to be his first playoff game where he's the best player on a team. I'm excited for him. I think he's going to follow up his great regular season with a very good postseason, even if it's brief. But we've never seen it. We've got to see him do it as the man on a team in the playoffs.
All right, let's take a break. Coming up, can Aaron Rodgers and the Packers get back to the Super Bowl despite all the distractions? That's next on First Things.